The worst part about posting online is everyone else. Whenever you post art or anything online, there'll always be a lot of people there to make fun of it. That happened with the creator of Planetronika, Art of Raffi, or Raphael. Hello, I'm Doven, this is my friend Samantha, and we're gonna be talking about some indie art stuff again.
Might as well talk about internet drama for a bit. This train is really taking its time.
Come on, your office party will still be there when we arrive.
Yeah, but all the good snacks are gonna be gone. Oh, also, don't harass anyone mentioned in this video. Comment below and argue here instead.
Also, a quick shout out to Bohemius of ioxTV who interviewed me about this very channel you're watching. Check the link in the description after the video, but for now, let's get into the pilot. Now that we got that disclaimer and shout out of the way, let's talk about what Planetronika is about. The pilot was released May 10, 2026 to a lot of fanfare. Over 3.1 million views, 15,000 plus comments, and the creator earning over 60,000 subs over the full thing. Created about 6 to 8 months, Raphael and his very small team of people brought this project to life.
Damn, 60,000 subs from a pilot is crazy work.
Well, that was thanks in part to the art style. Capturing the style of old 2000s French animated cartoons, it stars Butterfly and Freestyle just playing basketball. I thought it was fun, and the team did a good job bringing it all together. Though gripe I did have is that there isn't a way to watch this in full 1080p, as something happened in the YouTube export that caused the platform to lock it to 480p. Maybe throwing the full resolution on Patreon would be good, as re-uploading the same thing might affect views of the original. Like posting a new video that has a dub in another language of your pilot, instead of just putting in the original to boost overall views.
Why would that matter? Doesn't the channel still get the views?
Yes, but if it's all going to one place, the algorithm boosts it heavily. Like how the first episode of Digital Circus was dubbed in several languages, reaching nearly 500 million views.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I just thought people really liked that episode and kept watching it over and over.
Oh, that probably helped too. Also, Planetronika now has a Russian and Spanish dub officially on the channel. Nice! When Planetronika was released, a flood of social media posts and reviews came out. Some commenting on goonbaits, the war on straight sexuality, and just people not liking it.
I fought in the war on straight sexuality and ended up a little gay along the way.
What about the goonbait?
If you mean finding a hot character hot, then yeah, I suppose I'm a fish taking the easy bait.
Well, Raphael wasn't going to respond to any of this, as instead they just chose to block a lot of people on Twitter, and that caused a lot of reactions.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Such as Twitter user Wonder the Koopa, whose tweet got 8.8k likes, said,
"Why is almost everybody I know blocked by the guy who made this?"
Also from artist and mutual Scratchy D Rose, whose tweet got 4.5k likes, said,
"I genuinely don't blame the creator of this short for blocking people. Animation fans tend to be very obnoxious, cankerous, and a vindictive fan base on this platform. They can't seem to enjoy anything, or just be happy that a creator made a passion project come to life."
Like I mentioned before, there are quite a lot of videos about the pilots that, in all honesty, probably don't really matter to the creator, though their opinions will echo in those who watched it.
What do you mean by that?
Well, there have been many times where I've been talking with someone about something I watched and slowly realized they never saw the thing they were discussing. They watched a reviewer and just sort of regurgitated their opinions. It's like whenever someone talks about the new seasons of Rick and Morty, which I have seen, and seemingly just parrot a person they watched on YouTube instead of just viewing it for themselves.
But come on, Doven. Their videos got thousands and millions of views. Surely that's because their opinions are correct and not just because people find them funny.
Well, I think a review stands as a way to entice or dissuade someone from playing or watching a thing. Ultimately, it's up to the viewer what to do with that information. Though oftentimes I just treat reviews as comedy and not a serious way to engage with a piece of media, mainly since the reviewer has to be more exaggerated with their likes and dislikes to get big views. Personally, I like to watch Yahtzee Croshaw on Second Wind, and often hear reviews things that I've played. But I go, I liked it, or I didn't like it, but the review's pretty funny, and sort of just move on with my day.
Well, it's way easier to watch a 10 to 20 minute review on a movie or game and go back to scrolling on TikTok or Reels rather than actually watching something. You know, productive things.
You like to scroll on social media.
Yeah, but it's really important to pass time at my job. Just like us talking about internet drama while we wait for the train.
I think this leads back into what I talked about in my Gooseworks videos.
Yeah? What is it?
Well, as a creator who makes a thing online, you lose quite a bit of anonymity. As an artist, you're going to be perceived and judged, and if your work is popular enough, YouTube is not a solace place you can escape to anymore. There is the possibility that someone reviewing your work will creep up onto your front page or even a recommended videos tab. Not only that, but people will talk about your work on social media. People can and will shit upon your ideas. And on top of that, just plain not understand what you're trying to say or even what you're trying to do with it in the first place.
To be fair, you have to have a high IQ to understand the nuance of Toy Story.
I mean more indie works, but yeah, Toy Story as well. You know there's like a 6-hour video someone made about Toy Story 4?
Yeah, I heard Disney shut down Pixar after they watched it and killed all the animators.
Yeah, that was a weird summer.
Also, I've watched that video like 10 times.
Actually, a big example of not understanding something is the fallout from the ending of the Major Digital Circus. This caused some of the voice actors to reevaluate how they use Twitter and some opting to use Blue Sky and Instagram more instead. So I do completely understand Raphael blocking a lot of users, while at the same time seeing regular people get caught in the crossfire is also unfortunate. I think there's always room to discuss and critique a project, but the human mind isn't meant to perceive so many voices telling them what to do or what not to do. Mix in with the idea that a creator has the right to limit themselves and how they interact with their audience, let alone reviewers or people who talk about their works. While I've spoken to and interviewed a lot of artists, such as Max Gilardi, I'm not entitled to the time of artists just because I make videos like these. Hell, I made quite a few mean-spirited bad reviews back in the day, and it's completely understandable why I got blocked. And at the same time, I've muted or blocked a lot of people as well.
Do people still do the thing where if you block them, they have to announce it to everyone like it's an achievement?
Yeah, people still do that.
That's a very normal way to live, and I think they should keep doing that and take internet stuff seriously.
Speaking of, for you, the artist in the audience, your goal should be to bring your ideas to life. Talk with your friends and have circles to bounce off ideas and to improve your works. Your job isn't to be at the behest of people seeking to make fun of you or those who don't understand your works. On top of that, it distracts you by filling your mind with self-doubt and sadness that deters your own creativity. I actually have a friend who cut themselves off of social media and just has someone else post their works for them so they don't have to see comments both positive or negative. Since then, they have found that they are able to create more and that they have more time on their hands to get their ideas out there, rather than worrying about negative comments here or there that can and will affect their mood. This isn't to say you have to hire someone, of course. Rather, you as a creator choose how you interact with your audience. This can also mean just blocking people that get snarky, fill your replies of hate, or just try to pester you to get you to react.
Watch out! 3 guys with no jobs found you cringe and will make your life a living hell.
YouTube did change how views work on the platform, so if someone watches for even a second, it actually counts as a view. So also good advice is if you don't like a thing, just block it, or else you're also boosting and feeding into that person's success as well. Completely unrelated, but Chimtopia got funded. I made a video about the project.
I think we trailed a bit off from the main subject. Go back to talking about the pilot some more. That's what the audience came for.
Oh yeah, the plant pilot, the subject of this video. Well, when I see projects like it, I'm amazed at how one with such a small team can capture the feeling of shows I'd seen in the past. To achieve something of this level with the low budgets and receive such claim is something I love to see. On top of that, how the creator just straight up blocked a bunch of people instead of arguing with them about their works. That's pretty good too. You as an artist can pick and choose what you want to do with your time. For me, I've been doing a lot more work with these videos, creating new sets and rigs to give us new outfits.
And I look so good in this suit.
Channeling that time and energy into something more positive lets you bring your ideas to life, and lets you keep pursuing the chance of creating something others can enjoy as well. Now, of course, this isn't to say that everyone on Twitter disliked Planetronika, such as user Stick Syringe, whose tweet got over 69,000 likes, said,
This is so damn stylish and cute, but also this art style is spiritually French. I don't know how to explain it, it just is.
Actually, I should mention specifically that Raphael was interviewed on Indie Spam about the show, even showing off some concept art for the characters, which is always good to see. On top of that, they're already working on episode 1 for the show, so I very much am anticipating more information, as well as the release of the first episode. If you're watching this video in the future, can you leave a comment, say if you liked it or not? I do read the comments, and I'd like to know your in-depth thoughts.
I always like reading comments too. Good in-depth thoughts and compliments about me.
Places like Twitter only allow short snippets, encouraging users to be bombastic in order to grab attention. While in my comments, I can see more in-depth opinions on the subject matter at hand. That's why I always like to ask my audience, which is you, of course, their thoughts on a thing before I release my video to get a broad spectrum of ideas. Believe me, I'm wrong sometimes.
A lot.
And getting out of my head for a bit to see how others see a situation gives me a better perspective of the subject matter as well.
Speaking of, let's take some time to read some audience responses.
It's important for creators to preserve their own sanity by discerning between which feedback should matter and which should be dismissed, and they're within their rights to block the most annoying people. A mass block is not a good look, but neither is a lot of bad faith criticism Planetronika was subjected to. My only issue with Planetronika is that the actual content of the pilots didn't really match the description of the show, and wasn't the best introduction to it. It was like starting on a filler episode. If I have any hopes for the show's future, is that we get a more proper introduction to the characters in the setting. The execution of the animation style, retro feel, and comedy was pretty good. It just needs to be tied to a good structure.
Ahem. Who the hell cares? This discourse is so stupid, dude. The fandom idea of blocking someone essentially means they're evil or disingenuous is so stupid to me, man. Go outside, please. Christ. I remember when people saw Jacksepticeye unfollowed Markiplier on Twitter, and people assumed based off of that Jacksepticeye had suddenly completely disavowed Markiplier and hated him to his core.
I believe the Planetronika creator's approach is nothing short of the one the correct routes. That his options are to turn a blind eye to it, or block the ones that keep trying to drag you in. He made his project that wasn't and won't be shaped by others. We're at the point where these Twitter addicts see girls, women of any kind, and immediately start screaming. For contrast, look at Gooseworks, who kept responding and interacting to the fandom, which was something to applaud the effort toward, but at their point it became clear they've been better off simply being silent. I support them blocking whoever they want, however they want. I think a lot of artists should take notes from creators like Raphael, who, instead of engaging with online discourse, simply just muted or blocked a bunch of people. I mean, I should take that advice too, of course. While blocking someone on Twitter does less than it used to, well, it does affect people in the algorithm, apparently, your safety and sanity as as an artist should be at the forefront of your mind.
It is up to you how you want to shape your presence, as well as how you want to create in the online sphere.
There's a healthy middle ground to interact with your audience while at the same time keeping distance when applicable. I have a Discord server where I chat with fans, but I'm usually busy creating 2D or 3D art for videos, so I can't always be there. Try to be more open regarding what I'm doing and going through, but at the same time not trying to engage heavily with negativity, as it doesn't really push my art forward if I'm surrounding myself with pessimism and cynicism.
And it gives us cute new outfits, so that's a plus all around.
So if there's anything you, the viewer, can take away from this video is that you should keep pursuing your art. Listen to critiques when applicable, and keep in mind that a lot of this is just internet stuff.
I mean, I'm a talking dog, and Doven's a talking rabbit. All of this is just really silly is all.
Oh, looks like the train's finally arriving. We're gonna go have some fun at the office party and meet you back at the house to look at some fan art.
I still can't believe Steve died at the party.
Everyone did tell him the cake had peanuts, and, well, that didn't stop him, I suppose.
Yeah, but they threw out the whole cake when he only fell into part of it.
Well, I think I know how to cheer you up. It's a fan art. First we have Sunday School in Blue Sky, Drew was talking. I did love how they incorporated the backgrounds used for visuals. That's a neat touch. It's a nice work overall.
Look at us, walking, talking, having a drink. What more could you want?
Next we have ioxTV, who drew Samantha looking at something on her phone. She always makes that face when I talk to her about internet drama.
I really appreciate all the art that gives me a little more muscle. Gives me just the right amount of inspiration for my workout goals.
If you have any fan art, you can tag us on Instagram, Twitter, or Blue Sky, and we'll show it off in the next video. I even showed off some of it on my website.
Also be sure to like and subscribe, and support us on Patreon.
We have a lot of places we're going to go in the upcoming months, and you don't want to miss it.
Speaking of next month, we're going apple picking.
Huh? Why September?
Well, my dad taught me it's the best month to do so. Also, I get to eat fresh apples and wear my cute overalls. It's a win-win.
That does make sense. Oh, I almost forgot to end the video. Until next time, have a great day, keep on drawing, and see you next time.
Yeah, but Discord, please! What do you mean by that? Please explain further for audience. Look at us, walking, talking, having a drink, having a phone. What?